Welcome back to Hannity. The 2016 Republican presidential candidates have been attacking President Obama over his disastrous strategy, if you call it that, to defeat ISIS. Now, here are how some of the Republican presidential hopefuls say that they deal with radical Islamists.
We will not weaken, we will not degrade, we will utterly and completely destroy ISIS.
The best intelligence agencies in the world are going to tell us where the terrorists are. The best military in the world is going to destroy them. And if we capture any of them alive, they're not getting a lawyer or a court hearing. They're getting a one-way ticket to Guantanamo, and we're going to find out everything they know.
You got to be in the air and on the ground. These people that say we can just bomb them and make this, you know, you can't win wars with just the air. You wish you could, but you can't. So you got to do both.
We're going to be talking about ISIS because we have to blow them off the face of the earth. No, we have to.
Joining us now to talk about the candidate with the best ideas to defeat ISIS, former Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld. By the way, Donald Rumsfeld, now 83 years old, has the top 30 app in the country. It's called Churchill Solitaire. You just showed me. This thing's amazing.
It is.
Want to hear my Churchill? Blood, toil, sweat, and tears. I used to listen to his speeches. I got it because somebody gave me a DVD collection, you know, recalibrated or whatever. How'd you get into this?
Well, he taught during World War II, when Belgium was occupied by the Nazis, the government went to London in exile. Among the people serving in that government was a young diplomat who, for whatever reason, became a kind of a protege of Churchill's. So when I arrived as a U.S. ambassador to NATO in 1973, this diplomat, Belgian diplomat, taught me the game that Churchill had taught him.
That's amazing.
And it would have been lost to the ages, I think, unless we figured some way.
Top 30 app in the country. That's huge.
Well, it's better to be lucky than smart, isn't it?
And you're giving all the money to charity, right?
Indeed.
Yeah.
We are, and we're working with the Churchill people to make sure we handle the Churchill name in a proper way.
Oh, nice.
And they obviously are taking any profits they get.
Fight in the hills, or fight on the beaches. Amazing historical figures. But you think of the bombing of Britain out there every single day among the people. All right, let me ask you this. I went with you to Iraq.
Yes.
I was on the same plane as you. I came back with you. When you hear the city Mosul, Fallujah, Ramadi, Tikrit in the hands of ISIS, all the financial resources that they get from the oil.
Yeah.
I'm angry that this president didn't finish the job. Nobody seems to talk about that.
Yeah. No, you're quite right. A great deal of effort and heartbreak has gone into this, and by pulling out precipitously and not providing the kind of support for the Iraqi people and the Iraqi government that he could have, a lot of damage has been done.
I mean, if you're the parent who lost your son,
oh boy,
and they won the city, and you see the city is now in the hands of ISIS, I would be so angry.
Yeah.
I'd be apoplectic over that.
Well, the basic problem, people are saying, well, should we do this or should we do that? But the basic problem is that this administration has not fashioned a logical winning strategy. And, you know, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate because it creates a vacuum, and the vacuum gets filled by people who don't have our interest or our values.
If I am so angry over this, go back to Vietnam. We could have won Vietnam, but it became politicized. Iraq became politicized. And as a result, we don't finish the job. Don't we need defined victory now for any future military engagement of the U.S.? Don't we need to define that?
Well, you do. But we also have to understand that this is a long problem. This problem we're dealing with radical Islamists begins first with defining what the problem is. Sitting
radical
down
Islam.
Exactly.
Okay.
But our government won't say that. They won't think that. They won't organize around that principle. And that's what the problem is. And the problem is these people, that normal deterrents are not working.
Yeah.
In other words, we're not going to be attacked by big armies, navies, or air forces by these people because they don't have them. They're going to attack asymmetrically, and they're doing it.
Is there a next generation of warfare where we won't have to send soldiers door to door like we did in Iraq? Do you foresee that time? I
think that Eisenhower once said that the plan is nothing. Planning is everything. And the point being that any plan is gone with first contact with the enemy, because the enemy has a brain. The enemy is going to do that which they believe will advantage them. And what we're dealing with today is asymmetrical attacks, to use a fancy word, that you can't defend against with armies, navies, and air forces, and they know that.
All right, Mr. Secretary, good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you, Sean.